Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA?
MMA,
Nothing
yeah.
else?
My life, man, yeah.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
Francis Ngannou is releasing a statement about his UFC 226 performance. And honestly, I don't know if anybody gives a shit, bro. I really think people are pretty pissed off at Francis Ngannou right now. Even more so than Derek Lewis. Because Francis Ngannou already let down a whole lot of people when he fought Stipe Miocic. A lot of people bought into the hype. You know, he hits as hard as a Ford Escort. He's the next guy. He's gonna fucking come in here. We've never seen anything like him. All of this stuff. And then when he went in there and kind of got embarrassed against Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion at the time, a lot of people thought that Francis Ngannou was done for. But then you put him in there against Derek Lewis, and people kind of got their hope back up. They felt like, yeah, man, Francis Ngannou didn't look great in his last fight, and this is still how I felt as well. I'll admit I was one of those people as well. He didn't look great against Stipe Miocic, but that's the heavyweight champion. We know this is the heavyweight division. It only takes one punch, especially from a guy like Francis Ngannou. We saw some of the knockouts he was able to get en route to getting that title shot, so he's still a scary guy. And when you put him in against a guy like Derek Lewis, who's a little bit of a slow starter, you might think Francis Ngannou's going to come in here and fast start all over his ass, right? Then Derek Lewis is a guy that starts off behind in some of his fights, and he'll come back and get that third round knockout. He's did that before, and that was definitely the case in his most recent fight against Marcin Tybura. But I did feel like the later the fight goes, the better the chances get for Derek Lewis. But I didn't know if the fight was gonna get into the later stages. I thought Francis Ngannou was going to come in here kind of looking for redemption, trying to get that knockout everybody wanted in one of the fights most people were looking forward to. But it looked like he came in there on his Conor McGregor shit, trying to be efficient with his energy. But he was being almost too efficient. I'm talking about what he throw, fucking 5 strikes in the first round? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not even in here in a 5-round fight. You can let a little bit of that gas out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to save it for the championship rounds, because it's just the co-main event. So for there to be such little action, man, a lot of people thought this was the worst fight in the history of the UFC. Now, that's a pretty far stretch. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of fights. But hey, man, maybe it was definitely up there. I know the people that I actually personally told people about this fight to get them to watch the card. Like, yo, check this fight out. Francis Ngannou versus Lewis. You know, this is a fight a lot of people were looking forward to. I had to explain to them, right? They were pissed off at me. Like, what? This was supposed to be what? This is the most boring fight I've ever fucking watched. What are they doing? There was times they were literally sitting still in there. Derek Lewis, I remember there was like a 5-6 second period, and I almost started giggling like, what? He's not even moving for like 6 seconds. And so, you know, a lot of people were pissed off, and really Derek Lewis got the win. He was the underdog in the fight. People were counting him out, and he's already known as a slow starter. And real quick, full-time family, before you forget, make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this video, and also if you're new, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to see more videos like this, just check out the video description, the Full-Time MMA Dojo over here at patreon.com/fulltimemma, and you can see a lot of other cool things, including the goals of this channel, which is something new. So make sure you go check that out. And with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. And he's got back issues. So people are pissed off really at both of these guys, but really, in my opinion, more of the blame is on Francis Ngannou here. Because Derek Lewis was counted out, and he was supposed to be a slow starter, and we knew about his back injury. No one really expected Francis Ngannou to come in here and like fall asleep or whatever was happening in the fight. But this is his statement after the fight. I'm not proud of my last performance. I have carried my fear from the last fight to this one. I completely understand the frustration and anger that it has caused for my fans, coaches, teammates, family, and friends. I'm truly sorry for that, and I won't let everyone down again. All I can do is prove myself and make you proud again. All right, man, like I said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, load the chopper, let it rain on you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, yeah, it's with Francis Ngannou, I don't even know what to think about his next fight at this point. Depends on who it's against. If it's against a fucking beast, I'm probably going to count out Francis at this point. Like, well, I don't know what to expect. We didn't even really get to see what he's going to look like after he uses some of his energy because he really never used it. So, depends on who Francis Ngannou fights, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of let down at this point. If he fights someone like Mark Hunt, there's no way I can really rock with Francis Ngannou after both of these performances. I mean, this is just unfortunate. So with that being said, it is what it is. It looks like Francis Ngannou's hype train might actually be derailed. Now, keep in mind, he's still a scary motherfucker, so this might change in the lead up to his next fight. But either way, man, I mean, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you guys think in the comments about Francis Ngannou releasing a statement on his UFC 226 performance. And what does he mean? I carried my fears from the last fight into this one. This is a 3-round fight, and it's not against the champion of the world. You're going against Derek Lewis with fucking back issues. That's a slow starter. This is not the heavyweight champion. What fears? You know, I'm not buying this shit. I'm still a little upset. And like I said earlier, I placed more of it on Francis Ngannou than Derek Lewis. I still fuck with Derek Lewis. I'm kind of pissed off more at Francis Ngannou for this performance because I even picked against my dog Derek Lewis because Francis Ngannou was supposed to be coming in for redemption. That's not what happened. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And this is the hardest working MMA channel on YouTube. We provide daily updates, predictions, betting advice. We do songs. We do fantasy fights. We've interviewed Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, Bruce Lachmedio, and Felony Charles Bennett, all in just 1 year as an MMA channel. We're one of the fastest growing MMA channels on the net, but we're still small, so make sure you guys go check out the Full-Time MMA Dojo if you want to learn how you can become a full-time MMA black belt. And while you're there, you can see where this MMA channel started from, some of the goals we have for the channel, and even more cool videos just like this one if you enjoyed it. So thanks again to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're just lurking and this is your first time seeing a video, appreciate that as well. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.